This is Mary Michon at Bensell Greenhouse, and today I am with a special guest, Matthew Ross. We have been doing videos, boy, for almost 15 years. We've known each other for so long, and Matthew started here in the Toledo area with his horticultural career, and you're back again. So everyone, if you ever are interested in some of the earlier videos that Matthew and I have done, maybe go back to the Bensell Greenhouse YouTube page and take a look. I think we said 2012, 2013 is when we started doing some videos. We did quite a few. Quite a few videos and really interesting videos. I think between the two of us, we have a lot of great information and that we can share back and forth. So Matthew started at Michigan State. And moved down to the Toledo area, and you have done wonders for the agricultural field, the horticultural field here in the Toledo area. And now you are moving across the country, and now you're back up north. So why don't you let everyone know, where you've been, what you've been doing? I think it's so important because you really are pivotal in the Toledo area.
Oh, thank you.
Even as you are up north, you still head down here and keep in contact with all of the people who are so into growing and horticulture.
Most people like you that make it fun, Mary. So I was really blessed to start my professional career in public horticulture here in Toledo at Toledo Botanic Garden right down the way. And then taught at Owens Community College for 6 years. Started the farm at Oneida that we had, transitioning it from the farm at Oneida to the Robert J. Anderson Training Center and farm.
Right. That's right.
Then I went on to Longwood Gardens, which is one of the great gardens of the world. Was there for 9 years in Philadelphia. And now I've made my way home back to Traverse City, Michigan, up at the 45th parallel, and are having an awesome time working with our volunteers and our team at the Botanic Garden at Historic Barnes Park, which is a former state hospital and asylum.
Really interesting. Yes. So maybe what we can do is we can always put up the address up there too, because it's. I mean, I've not been.
Gotta have you come.
Gotta have you come. So I would love to come up. Just some of the pictures. It's natural growing. It really is a natural growing area. So just such a warm feeling when you even just to see the pictures. So it's definitely a thing that everyone should try to put on their list of places to visit for sure. Definitely. So we're going to talk today a couple different things. We're going to talk today about companion planting because everyone is starting their vegetable gardening. Here in Toledo, you talked a little bit about it. We're a few weeks ahead of Northern Michigan right now in the vegetable season, but there's still plenty of time for everyone to plant. Some people haven't even started yet. We've had some just weird weather, up, down, up, down. And as you know, vegetables tend to like some consistency in the weather.
Who doesn't?
That's right. So we're gonna start talking a little bit about companion planting, and hopefully we can help people have a little bit more success in their vegetable gardening and flower gardening this summer.
Awesome. Looking forward to it.
Okay, so we're back here in our herb aisle with a lot of plants that people can utilize for companion planting for their vegetable garden mainly. We actually have been doing companion planting recommendations for almost 5 years. We've got signs up in our vegetable house because people are really getting into natural gardening. I think that's really the movement. And there's a lot of things that you can do that not only make the vegetable garden even more beautiful, more fragrant, but also very effective in controlling a lot of those nasty bugs that people will see. So we've brought a few things over, kind of combined everything here so we don't have to walk up and down the aisles. But a lot of times everyone thinks about a lot of herbs as a good companion plant. So we have some things like nasturtiums here. We've got parsley, mints. We brought in a few scented geraniums. And a lot of these are specific for things like aphids and whitefly and squash beetles, things like that. I know nasturtiums, we are having a difficult time keeping them going for people who really want to keep the squash beetles and all those issues that they have with their cucumbers at a minimum as well.
And what's great about all the plants that you mentioned, Mary, is that many of them are edible, they're floral, and they're beautiful. So our philosophy at the Botanic Garden at Historic Barnes Park is to mix things together and that we embrace beauty because beauty is therapy.
Exactly.
And it's not just therapy for you, it's also therapy for your fellow plants.
Right.
And one of the ones that I talk a lot about are the salvias. So we have a black and blue here, beautiful plant, a tall, arching black and blue flower, which can easily be cut down and kept at a marginal height as well.
Right.
It's one of my favorites. And you also have the hot lips and a flamingo salvia here too. What I like about salvias and sages are the fact that they've added that boost of color, but it's also going to bring in a lot of your predatory and beneficial insects. It's providing nectar sources, and it fills up spaces. So I use like pink, coral nymph pink all the time.
Yeah.
Because if I'm starting a new garden, I'd rather have salvia in its place as those plants and perennials mature than allowing that space to be there for weeds.
Right.
Same thing in your vegetable garden.
Yes.
Would I rather have a salvia there, or would I rather have an open space that could potentially bring in a weed or a pest?
Yeah, thistle. Oh, jeez. Yeah. So no, those are wonderful, wonderful ideas, and I know a lot of people. We did pull an African blue basil.
Yep.
I think basil is very popular as well. Planting basil near tomatoes, and
Yes.
companion planting doesn't just mean, controlling insects, but it also helps. Like you said, it brings in pollinators. It also helps with controlling or increasing yields. So tomatoes next to basil next to tomatoes actually helps improve the taste and yields that you might see. And so like putting beans next to your corn to actually increase nutrition within the soil. So, there's a lot more reasons for companion planting than just keeping your insects under control. Like you said, it also beautifies the space. And it also helps with good soil production, keeping your soil nice and nutritious by planting all different types, like your legumes and things like that. And people don't realize too is companion planting also can mean adding things that fix nitrogen to the soil, your peas, your beans, all of those types of things.
And you mentioned basil and tomatoes. And what I love about that combination is basil provides that lower coverage of your foliage, because we all know as you're growing your tomatoes and they start going up the vine, that lower foliage starts to die off.
Right.
And with that being fully exposed, it's unattractive.
Right.
So if you have basil there, and I planted those together for years, that's one of my favorite combinations. It provides that extra layer and that extra beauty, but also provides shade for the root system itself, which is going to help your yield.
Exactly. And then you're not watering as often too, because that will protect the ground from drying out. This is a really good option for people, especially if they have turned their front yard into a vegetable garden.
Totally.
Now you're not looking kind of scraggly. You're beautifying the area. So there's a lot of reasons why you want to place herbals and florals back into your vegetable gardens. So I think we kind of covered a little bit where we just want to give everybody a great idea. Get out there and do some research on companion planting. Videos are plenty. There's a lot of different videos out there to learn about, a lot of books that talk about it.
Don't be afraid to try things.
Yeah, exactly.
If you like marigolds and you've always had marigolds near or around your vegetable garden, why not bring them into your vegetable garden?
Exactly.
You have Mexican mint here. There's Hoycate, which is a Peruvian marigold, which gets 6-7 feet tall. That's super cool. And there's a lot of different things that you can do. And by coming to a place like Bensell's and getting a chance to talk with you, a chance to walk around, there's no harm in trying something new. Like, I've always heard about lemongrass. Let me give that a shot this year.
Right, exactly.
And most of these are annuals. Some are perennials. We have the rhodiola here, which is a excellent perennial. Makes it all the way up in Northern Michigan in the 45th parallel through our cold winters. And it's got the herbal benefits. It's a beautiful plant, and it's also a fun one to talk about.
Oh, it's gorgeous. It's got the most beautiful yellow blooms as well. So, yeah, I mean, vegetable gardens don't have to be boring. They really don't. They don't have to be in rows, and you can just add so much interest to a vegetable garden. So hopefully that's helped a lot of people think a little bit differently about what they're planting in their gardens, and especially for people with raised beds in different areas or more local areas. Great ideas here for everyone to kind of add some different things back into the vegetable garden. Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.